Hey everyone, my name is jmartin. Got a little bit of a special one for you here. This is a game from a tournament that Amber is hosting. If you've watched the previous few videos, Amber hosts tournaments. Go and play in them. They're fun. And this is the semifinals of a Grassy Flatlands only tournament. Not too many people signed up for it. So saying semifinals is maybe a bit of an exaggeration. But with 4 players left standing, one of them was me. I'm GB right here. There's my dots. And my opponent was a really nifty dude. His name is BlindRaven, a nice guy, and he has a YouTube channel. I'll put a link to it. By all means, go over, click on one of his videos, leave him a, leave him the comments that say, hey, jmartin sent us to watch your videos. He plays very similar to me. He's a really smart player. He understands the theory real well. You can tell that from watching his games and his comments on them. So there's some insight to be gained there. I think, like me, suffers from old guy syndrome. We don't exactly move the mouse around that fast, so we're pretty similar players. And we played a best of 3 on Grassy. This is the first game of this series. And I don't play terribly well in this game. I gotta say, just so you know what you're getting into. And part of it, I think, is we both brought incredibly similar armies. 5 lights with the meat shield, 3 or 4 cav. And I think the quality of his army is just a little bit better than mine, so I really have to outplay him to win this game, and I certainly don't do that. And in fact, I like some of the aggressive moves that he makes early on in the game. In hindsight, starting out in the, cute butterfly formation maybe wasn't the best idea against a player that is going to move up the field really aggressively. You can see I'm a little disorganized. These 2 line units are not in the right place. I open it up. He gives me the first shot even. So I target fire all these. And at this time of the game, I was like frantically trying to get these units moving in a less derpy position. I don't do that. Yeah, he has 3 cav. We both have 3 calves. So that is what's going on. We're content to open the game with the lights shoot at each other. In hindsight, this probably wasn't the right play for me to make. He makes a cav charge coming through here. I respond to that by withdrawing the lights. This probably wrong. I'm not sure. This might be wrong. This might be right. In any event, he turns his cav around, which is right. I'm a little slow in reacting. My guys should be moving back. As I was saying, this is probably just kind of the wrong strategy for me to adopt against this player, because if you watch a handful of his videos, you get the feeling that he likes to do this a lot. This is kind of his default thing. And to be fair, this is kind of my default thing too, but if this is his strength, I think it's a poor idea for me to play into that in a way. Where are we at? 60, 50? A thing that happens is he just wins the accuracy coin flips on the lights, and maybe his tactic of just shooting, 1 unit at each or not targeting firing was better. I don't know, but he definitely seems to get more casualties going on here than I do. Is it basic general? Yeah, basic general. I was kind of surprised these lights here at 27 aren't routing at the time. Now he moves over. There's foot guards in this flank, and I run away from them. I'm much more interested in fighting over here. I also think that if I'm going to beat this player, then I need to do a much better job of being active all over the field. Overloading this dude's micro, I think, is the best way I'm going to win this game. And again, this comes down to what are your strengths, what are the strengths of your opponent. I don't think I'm playing to mine, and okay, so we finally let the wrap, but we're down to 30 with all of these guys, so our lights are at a real disadvantage. I really appreciate his aggressive move here, and this is kind of the right thing. I think that, again, against the 2 guards, a 4-on-4 with 2 cav back there is really bad for me, so I kind of pull this back. I think maybe at this point, see, we're moving over here. One of these units should be popping over here, or I should be reorganizing over here to fight this. Now, ideally, okay, so what happens? So the cav comes through here. I think that this should look good for me. It's 2 lights on the 1 musketeer. It's going to look bad in a minute when these guys catch up. So the cav comes in. Probably not great. When the square happens, definitely not great. I'm not being super active, man. Like, I'm trying to make this happen. In fact, the cav is charging there, but we have a symmetrical game. You know, I'm advancing here, he's pulling back, he's advancing here, I'm pulling back. So I guess my cav may get out at about half. But he gets such a big advantage over me in the Act 1, you know, the lights in the middle. I mean, if I can drive that musketeer off the fire from my lights, then that looks really good. And I think if I was him, I would be way more aggressive in the center. Like, he has a pretty big advantage right here. Instead, he's focusing on moving these units, which is fine, I think. I guess these guys maybe that's good for me. And I'm trying to go with the old rat too. He who gets this cav in first wins. I think when that unit routes, I should have pulled this cav unit back. So his cav could get caught with mine. Do I miss a square? No. So this kind of looks okay. The cav fight is happening in his line. That's bad that these guys are now shooting. These guys, this is really bad. This unit needs to be up and shoot. I wonder why they routed it. 60? They got in a square. So now these guys come out of square. These guys go into square. While this game was being played, again, it's a little sloppy. We are microing all over the field, but this didn't wind up working out very well for me. I think I lost the cav unit for minimal damage to him. I am trying to make that happen poorly. And while the actual game was happening, I got really busy, like over here or something, and at some point in the game, I just turned around and my center was gone. The positioning of this unit is poor. I think at one point it was good, like I'm trying to edge in to fight here. Positioning of this unit is poor. This is okay. This is okay. This is bad. This is bad. Now that his cav is being moved over there, that's bad. Pulling back over here. And I'm not really seizing initiative anywhere. See, and he doesn't miss a square. He's playing really good. Like, the square goes up. I'm should be supporting this more. One thing I did have a lot of trouble with while this match was being played is my run commands just weren't going through. So there goes that. So maybe this looks a little better now, 3v2. And I don't think this unit's firing. Like, this might cost me the game. Like, the bad positioning of this unit. This unit just isn't really participating that much. He pulls back. What looked really good for me was contingent on this cav unit not having a real big say in the game. And see, yeah, okay, what happened? See, we looked away, and all of a sudden all these units chain routed. Bad camera work by me, but that's exactly what happened when I was playing the game. I was like, what's going on over here? And then I look over and I'm like, oh, everyone's gone. That's no good. That's really no good. Pretty sure my general's alive. Yeah, general is alive. Not really useful. So I want to say a big factor is this dude played a really tight game on the flanks, and he played appropriately. Like, he advanced where he was stronger. He withdrew where he was weaker. So that's all really smart. And then the advantage he carried with the lights in the center just was the big payoff. Like, my center is gone here. And that's kind of what happens when you play these, coin flippy games. If you're going to run your lights into the middle and have a shootout, then you're introducing a ton of variance into your game. And I asked him at the end, I was like, how many kills did all your lights get? And he was like, oh, between 110 and 170 or something like that. And mine all got about 70 or something. So his lights really overperformed. At this point in the game, I actually had said GG and had walked away for the computer because I kind of got worked up a little bit. I needed to go unwind for a few minutes. So I figured I just control 8 and melee attacked like that guy or something. So you're going to see all my dudes. And we actually came back from routing. Like, could have maybe played it out from here. I don't see it being really super duper relevant. But, yeah, I think that if I'm going to bring the same exact army as this guy, and I know what his preferences are, that I shouldn't play to those preferences. So this was a big meta thing, and then I'm sure I could have played the game in the center a lot smarter, but that wound up really costing me. My cav also just didn't have a whole lot of impact. I think I used them a little too aggressively, was the thing that I did too. So really low value for my cav. I got into the high variance coin flip shootout in the middle of the map that didn't really work, you know. So, and those are just bad decisions on my part. Like, you know, I put myself into a position where that was a reality of a thing that could happen, and I didn't put myself in a position to be able to outplay this dude, right? And so he did what he's good at, and he played a really tight game, and that can happen if you do the standard 5 lights in the center, run up and shoot at each other, right? That can happen. And this is, I mean, obviously I GG'd with like, you know, a solid 8 units left that I could have attritioned him out with, but he winds up with a pretty good stomp here. So, GG, man. BlindRaven, pretty solid player. He's also an American. Hey, not too many American Total War players out there. So good job, man. And again, he does the YouTube thing. His videos are great. Go check him out. Leave him a comment. jmartin sent you. Give him a subscribe or whatever. His videos are pretty good. Yeah. And that's the end of the game. We're going to give you the results screen here. Again, go play in Amber's tournaments. They're super duper fun. And that's how I got to meet this BlindRaven dude, is because we got paired up in this tournament. So right on. Yeah, that's just a stomp, man. Like, twice as many kills. Ouch. Ouch. The feels, man. The feels. Sucks. Anyway, thanks for watching. Go participate in Amber's tournaments. Also put a link on that. BlindRaven, had a blast chatting with you over the last couple days, man. I hope wish you the best in the future. Everybody else, hope you're doing well. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.